Hey there. Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon so you can get latest video notifications. And this is absolutely free.
Ever since I could remember, I was told two things about me. First, I was really beautiful, like Disney princess movie star beautiful. And second, something was seriously wrong with me. I was different from every single person around me, even my parents. It started with small incidents, like Mom asking me how she looked in a really hideous dress. I told her the truth. Yuck, your dress looks like poop. I've been wearing this all day.
Aw, she doesn't mean it.
Yes, I do. You should throw that dress away, Mama. Mom burst into tears.
Hazel, that's a bit too honest.
But she asked me.
Just say you don't look good, okay?
I don't understand why I had to lie, and it turns out in life, you're supposed to lie all the time. Like in 3rd grade, when my dad had his boss over for dinner, I said, "I know you. Dad says you're the stupidest, laziest boss in the world. Why are you like that?" He lost it, yelled at Dad, and then made him work for 4 weekends straight. Dad loved me too much to be mad at me, and he tried to explain the rules again, and I really tried to learn them, but I was simply different. By the time you're in 6th grade, everyone in class will start cracking jokes and playing pranks. If you're like me, and you can't tell when people are lying, it will be a nightmare. The worst offender was my classmate Hunter. He was the son of crazy rich politicians, and he thought he could get away with anything. He was always pulling pranks on students and teachers, and he never got more punishment than detention. One time, as a joke, he said his parents were secretly spies. I was the only idiot at the table who believed him. I started taking careful notes about every juicy, totally made-up detail. It was only when everyone was laughing that he said he was lying. You made all that up? Are you bored or crazy? You really couldn't tell I was joking? Amazing. She's like a stupid robot. Hey, I know you. Your parents are my dad's clients. My dad's a divorce lawyer. The girl looked at me like I was a ghost. My parents are getting divorced? Yes, didn't they tell you? She just ran away.
So beautiful, yet so heartless.
What? People were inching away from me, looking disturbed. Did I say something wrong?
You're fascinating. Are you from another planet?
I didn't have time for his jokes. By the end of the day, the whispers were everywhere. Hazel's scary. She's pretty, but she's crazy. Hazel's the rudest witch on the planet. My tongue was cursed. It either made people hate me or fear me. By the time I was in 11th grade, even my teachers wanted to shut me up. One time, a teacher started yelling at me for correcting her in the middle of class. Why should everyone note down the wrong answer just so you don't feel bad? I wish your manners were as nice as your face. I wish you wore a nicer wig. We can all tell your face. I wish you wore a nicer wig. We can all tell you're bald. Detention now. Whatever. I was fine being weird Hazel with no friends. I understood science and math more than humans, and that was enough for me. The only person who wasn't scared of me was Hunter. He was always ready to pull stupid pranks on me while we were stuck in detention. In a way, I admired him. Hunter got to be as weird as he wanted, and he was still great at making friends. That's when I got an idea. Hunter, you've always been weird.
Excuse me?
You know, you lie all the time. You get poor grades, and you're always in detention.
Wow.
You have issues, but you're still popular. How do you do that?
I'm handsome, rich, funny.
Listen, I really want to fit in and have fun in our last 2 years here. Think about exactly how you make friends and explain it to me like I'm 5.
That's gonna take time. I expect payment. You can do all of my homework.
Then I expect a proper friendship course with tests.
Then you need to call me Professor Hunter.
I'm not doing that.
It's a deal breaker.
Fine, Professor Hunter. We struck a deal. The next day, I met Hunter in an empty classroom during lunch for my first lesson on becoming just like everyone else.
I've known you my whole life, and using my expert observations, I've made this course.
Wow!
It only has 4 chapters, and if you get them all, you will be popular.
Let's do it. Chapter 1, Jokes.
Jokes are lies that make people laugh. You can't tell when people are lying, so just laugh if the other person laughs.
What if they're laughing at me?
Then look like you don't even care. Trust me.
We made a list of all the jokes I could use on people, and I practiced them on him for hours. It was hard to get the right tone. There was a new girl in my class, Stacy, and she hadn't heard any of the rumors about me yet. She was the perfect target for my new powers. I sat with her at lunch and rattled off joke after joke till she fell off her chair laughing. Wow, Hazel, you're gorgeous and funny. I'm having a sleepover tonight. You want to come? Oh my God, my first sleepover? I was so excited. I literally rushed to tell Hunter.
It's working already. Time for lesson 2. Chapter 2. Casual chats. 2. Chapter 2. Casual chats. Here is a list of acceptable topics you can talk about at a sleepover.
What can't I talk about?
Nothing heavy, no depressing news, and no global warming. It bums people out.
But it's important.
I agree. I'm just telling you how to get along with them.
Fine. I tried to make use of the list at the sleepover. But it was hard. A few times I slipped up and said things that got me weird looks. I didn't even know why. So I just stayed quiet unless someone asked me a question, and I laughed when everyone laughed. And surprisingly, it worked. Stacy asked me to come for another sleepover. And the next day, she went with me everywhere in school. When I saw Hunter, I gave him a hug. I made friends. You're the best teacher ever. Thank you, Hunter.
Professor Hunter.
Come on. Chapter 3, Similar Interests. On Hunter's instruction, I had to do things Stacy liked with her. She was a huge gossip, and even though it made me feel weird, it made her wildly popular in school. She lived at the mall, which was noisy and overwhelming to me. Still, I went with her and made friends with lots of other girls in my class. Then she dragged me from store to store, trying on clothes till I was exhausted. But hey, everyone thought I looked stunning in my new outfits. I slept for 13 hours to recover from that day. And then Stacy dropped a bombshell on me. She wanted to set me up on a date. He's in chemistry with me. He's super cute. In return, you can set me up with Hunter. He's your friend, right? Yeah, he is. Well, he's totally hot and really popular, so I'll go out with him. Can you ask him for me? I said yes and hung up. I was gonna go on my first date ever? I was panicking. I found Hunter after school that day and pulled him into an empty classroom. We need an emergency lesson. Stacy set me up on a date.
Really? You want to go?
Yes, but I'm not ready for this. We never practiced dates.
You want to practice a date with me?
I need quick tips. Other than jokes, casual talk, and similar interests, what can I use?
It's a date, so there's touching.
Where?
Just the arm or the hand or...
Like this?
Yes. You could give him a hug at the end of the date. Don't pat his head.
What else?
You could kiss him.
There was a long pause and he just stared at me. He wasn't gonna say anything else? Okay, well, thanks for the tips. I patted his head and walked off. I turned right before the door and asked him if he'd go out with Stacy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's cute.
Fine, whatever.
Stacy was over the moon for her date. She was gonna have no trouble. She was fun, pretty, and sociable. I, on the other hand, was a nervous wreck. When I met her friend James, he said,
"Wow, you're the prettiest girl ever."
Thanks, same to you. Oh, shut up, Hazel, you moron. I just stayed quiet and touched his hand like a robot. And it seemed to be working, until Hunter's Lamborghini pulled up in front of the restaurant. He walked with Stacy on his arm.
What? You guys are on your date here?
I told you where we're going.
I forgot.
Where we're going.
I forgot. Well, the more the merrier.
They joined our table. Honestly, I was less nervous now that Hunter was here, but that changed the second, third, and fourth time he just happened to crash my date. One time we were all at a movie together, and Hunter was acting so weird. He kept competing with James over who shared my soda and who stuck their hand deepest into my popcorn bucket. Stacy was just glaring at both of them. What in the world was going on? On our next double date, the tension exploded. Stacy got a strike and she tried to kiss Hunter, but he dodged her. She hit the floor right on her face. Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
You scared me.
It's our 5th date and you're dodging my kiss?
Ha! That's because he likes Hazel.
What?
He's been hanging around you like a freaking shield.
Hazel, is this true? No, it's not. Tell them, Hunter. Hunter just stared at us. Why wasn't he saying anything? That's when his phone started ringing, and he ran to one side to answer it. He came back looking really freaked out.
There's an emergency. I gotta go. Bye.
Sure, just make an excuse and leave. Ugh, jerk. Stacy was so furious she was gonna melt. I was worried. I'd never seen Hunter look so scared. I called him many times, but he didn't pick up. He didn't even respond to my messages. When he wasn't in school the next day, I knew I had to go see him. That weekend, I went to Hunter's mansion for the very first time. It was huge. I pretended he had a school emergency so his butler would let me in. I could hear crazy shouting from the house. I looked up to see Hunter's parents arguing like there was no tomorrow. I only had to listen for a minute to know what happened. Hunter's dad had been cheating with several different women, and now his parents were in a full-on battle. I tried to creep out of there, but Hunter's dad spotted me.
Who is this? How did you get into the house?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm a friend of Hunter's.
Hazel, you can't be here.
Your parents are getting a divorce? Is this why you're not coming to school?
Yes, but you can't tell anyone.
I'm sorry your dad's a cheating jerk.
Excuse me? You don't know anything.
I literally heard you say cheated, so you're a jerk.
Get this girl out of my house!
I raced out of there before he really lost it. Hunter was actually laughing.
No one's ever talked to him like that. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I think I'm in love with you.
My heart skipped a beat. What?
It's a joke.
Oh, good one. I left, feeling really confused. Was he really joking? I shook the idiotic thoughts away. I was just happy he was okay. It would take Hunter another week to get back to school, and I was so excited to see him for our last lesson. But the night before, there was a knock on my door, and I saw him standing outside, and he looked mad.
Who did you tell about my parents?
What?
Did you see the news? Who did you tell about my parents?
What?
Did you see the news?
He barged into my house and turned on the TV. His parents' faces were on the news with the headline, "The biggest cheating scandal in local government." No!
There's a sea of cameras outside my house. Who did you tell, Hazel?
I'm sorry, Hunter. I told Stacy.
You what?
You were missing for days, and she was hysterical. I had to tell her. She promised she'd keep it a secret.
Do you not understand people at all? Do you notice anything around you?
Your girlfriend was sobbing on my shoulder, begging to know what happened to you.
We haven't even kissed. I don't even like her. Do I have to spell every single thing out for you?
Yes, you do. This is who I am. This is what it takes to be friends with me. Hunter stormed out of the house, and I couldn't hold back my tears. I'd done it again. It was my own fault for thinking I could ever understand all the rules, no matter how many classes I took. Hunter didn't come back to school, and when I saw Stacy, I grabbed her by the collar. Did you sell Hunter out? Yes, the news channel gave me a nice price for the story. What is your problem? Hunter is a player, just like his dad. And you were acting like my friend while flirting with him the whole time. I wasn't. It was obvious. You think you can steal him from me just 'cause you're pretty? You're delusional, and you might have ruined Hunter's life. Good, he deserves it. I slapped Stacy across the face. I can't believe I tried so hard to be your friend. You're pathetic. I locked myself up at home, and thankfully my parents let me take a few days off school to sit in guilt. Guilt for betraying Hunter, for trusting Stacy, for being born a stupid, clueless dummy. This was the saddest I'd ever been, and my parents decided to take me to a therapist. When I first learned that I had social communication disorder, I was scared. I wanted to get out of this. But once I met other fun, amazing people with my condition, I didn't feel so alone anymore. When I came back to school after my break, I had new energy and confidence. To my shock, I heard that Stacy was gone. When Hunter's dad found out she leaked his scandal, he got her expelled from this school. Karma. I searched for Hunter all day, but I couldn't find him. Was he still skipping school? Then suddenly it hit me. I found the closest teacher and said, "I'm gonna bunk all my classes today." What? Classes are boring, and YouTube is God. Well, there's no YouTube in detention. There's no YouTube in detention. Yes! The moment I entered the room and saw Hunter's adorable face, I jumped on him. Hunter!
Hazel, you're back.
No hugging in detention. Sit far apart. Far! We had to sit 3 seats away, but Hunter still told me how things were at home. His dad had moved out, but they were doing better than before now. And I told him all about my break. I'm so sorry about everything, Hunter. I know you must hate me, and I deserve it. I betrayed your trust.
I don't hate you. You didn't do it on purpose.
Still, I ruined everything.
My dad ruined everything. You just told the truth. It's not your fault everyone else lies.
So, you're not mad at me?
Not after I yelled at you for something you can't control. I'm sorry about that.
Can we be friends again? I miss you so much.
What do you miss about me?
Your stupid pranks, your jokes, your smile. And I like myself better when I'm with you. Suddenly, Hunter crossed the space between us and kissed me. Oh my god. Wanna go out with me?
Yes.
Good. He kissed me again, and our teacher screamed,
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.